Alright, I wanted to give everybody a little bit of an update on what has been going on since my last video on my 31 Ford Model A. Not a lot other than spending a whole ton of money. I've been getting all my parts together, and that's taken a lot of time to do that. I did start taking it apart last week, and I'll show you where I'm at on it. I got the front axle cut off of there. A lot of this stuff that you see is going to go away, like this is going to go away. This cross member will be replaced with a Heiss Mustang 2 cross member and a whole suspension deal. It's not the high-end one. It's not the polished one. I'll have to paint all the parts that I put on it. But for what I'm doing, it'll be fine. It'll look just as good. Back here at the middle section of this frame is another cross member. I bought the Super X cross member to replace that, to give it a lot of torsional strength. I'll box the whole frame in. These areas like this right here, I'll cut this off. This was their motor mount, so I'm going to cut all that kind of crap off. This is where their steering box was, and this frame wasn't exactly set up for what they were trying to do, so it kind of twisted and cracked the frame in this area. We'll have to fix all that. Back here at the rear, I'm going to get rid of this setup here. Originally I was going to go with a coilover setup, but I come across Chevy Extreme, S10 Extreme, and it had a rear end that was already set up with disc brakes. I didn't really care much for the leaf spring suspension part of it, but I decided I would go that way because the price was right on it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put an S10 Extreme rear end under it. It has the disc brakes. I like the way they look through the wheels. Any wheels actually, except for like rallies where you can't see nothing, but like torque thrust, they look great. Disc brakes look great through a set of torque thrusts. Anyway, I'll have to add on to the back of the frame in this area right here. This will probably go away. I'll probably make my own rendition of this after the rear end's set in place and I see what exactly has to happen. But from the center line of this axle, I'm going to add about probably 32 inches on there to accommodate the leaf springs. I did have them cut all the leaf, take the leaf springs and the perches off when I bought that rear end. Another one of the plus of adding on to the back of the frame is it also gives me a place to relocate the fuel tank to back in this area right here underneath the back side of the bed. As far as the boxing plates, all that stuff is over here. This sheet of plywood you see here, this is so I can make my templates, so I can use my plasma cutter to plasma cut all these out so they'll just slide right on in and then weld it and go to town. This is 10 gauge sheet steel. That's about 1/1300 thick. That's what I'm going to use for my boxing plates. That seems to be what everybody uses, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and go with. This pile down here is actually going to be my C-channel. It's 3x3 by 3/16 walled square tubing. I'll lay a straight edge on here and I'll run my plasma cutter down it and do that to both sides, and that'll give me my 3" by 2" legged C-channel that I need to add onto my frame, and then that'll get all graphed on with the rear end in place, so I know where to do it at. And then when I box the rest of it in, I'll go ahead and box that in too, and then that'll finish that off. Anyway, there's that. The body, haven't really done nothing to the body yet. I've ordered all the sheet metal I need to put this truck together. I ordered an inlay for the roof to make this big hole's going to go away. I like moon roofs as much as the next guy, but this one's a little excessive, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I ordered a 3" recessed firewall, so all that'll go away. This will go away. I'm gonna get rid of that. I got new fenders, new front rear fenders. I got a new tailgate, new bed front. I got a lot of new sheet metal for this truck. It ought to look pretty good when it's done. Minimal amount of time to do it. The motor that I'm going to use is that one that's over against that drill press, covered up. This is the transmission that I'm going to use, Turbo 350. This motor here is going to go away. That was the motor that would come in. It's a 283. I'm going to get rid of it and do a little fuel injected something or the other. Haven't really figured it. It ain't even really there yet. Haven't really figured out what exactly is going to happen there. I just want to get a nice, good rolling chassis and get all the motor stuff taken care of, and then we'll come back and see where we're at on that deal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.